This small metal sphere killed 2 scientists without exploding once. It was called the Demon Core, and it became one of the deadliest objects ever created during the Manhattan Project. In 1945, scientists at Los Alamos Laboratory built a 6.2 kilogram plutonium core intended for a 3rd atomic bomb. But after Japan surrendered, the core was never used in war. Instead, it became the center of terrifying nuclear experiments designed to push the limits of criticality. The scientists even had a nickname for the experiment, tickling the dragon's tail, and eventually the dragon struck back. Late one evening in August 1945, physicist Daghlian was working alone inside the lab. He carefully stacked tungsten carbide bricks around the plutonium core to reflect neutrons back into the sphere. But as he lowered one final brick into place, the neutron detectors suddenly began screaming. The core was going supercritical. Daghlian tried to pull the brick away, but accidentally dropped it directly onto the assembly. Instantly, an eerie blue flash filled the room as a massive burst of radiation flooded the laboratory. Daghlian quickly tore the bricks apart with his bare hands to stop the reaction, but the damage had already been done. In the process, he absorbed an estimated 5.1 sieverts of radiation, enough to deliver a near certain fatal dose. Within hours, severe nausea and radiation burns spread through his body. Over the following weeks, his organs slowly began shutting down from the inside. 25 days later, he died from acute radiation poisoning. But despite the horrifying accident, the experiments continued. Scientists still believed the core could be handled safely if they were careful enough. 9 months later, physicist Slotin performed another test using the same plutonium core. This time, Slotin used 2 beryllium hemispheres designed to reflect neutrons back into the sphere. The only thing preventing a full nuclear reaction was the blade of a flathead screwdriver, keeping the 2 halves slightly apart. Against nearly every safety protocol imaginable, Slotin held the device open by hand. As the experiment continued, the screwdriver suddenly slipped. The hemisphere snapped shut. Another brilliant blue flash erupted through the room as the core instantly went supercritical. Slotin immediately pulled the dome apart, stopping the reaction. But by then, it was already too late. Standing closest to the core, Slotin absorbed an estimated 21 sieverts of radiation, several times the lethal dose for a human being. Within hours, violent nausea and abdominal pain began tearing through his body. Doctors later described the damage as similar to receiving a 3-dimensional sunburn across nearly every internal organ. 9 days later, Slotin died. Following the second accident, the plutonium core was finally melted down, but the legend of the Demon Core survived as one of the most horrifying reminders of how a single tiny mistake can unleash invisible forces far beyond human control. Because sometimes the deadliest objects on Earth don't explode at all. Follow for more.